Let me ask you something. What if you owned the most incredible self-healing machine on the planet? I mean, a true masterpiece of engineering. But what if somewhere along the way you lost the owner's manual?
Yeah, that's what we're digging into. We're looking at what might just be that missing manual. It's a book by Will Stanley called The Body Armour, and it lays out a really simple, practical system to take back control of your own body.
You know, the book kicks off with this idea that really makes you stop and think. It says, if you were given a machine that could heal itself, grow stronger with use, and adapt to stress, you would take care of it. It's a great point, right? You wouldn't just ignore its warning lights.
And here comes the twist. What if you already own that machine? The big reveal, of course, is that we're talking about your body. And for so many of us, we've totally forgotten how to operate it the right way.
And that brings us to the heart of the problem the book tackles, which is what it calls the masterpiece you own. It's this idea that we've somehow started to accept that feeling kind of crummy is just normal.
Just think about it for a second. Does any of this sound familiar? That constant feeling of being tired, trying to muscle through daily stress, that annoying brain fog where you just can't think clearly, awful sleep, waking up feeling stiff. The book argues we've just normalized all of this, writing it off as just the part of life.
But here's the big reframe, and this is so important. These things are not normal. They're signals. They are the check engine lights on your body's dashboard, screaming that something in the system is out of whack.
So, what's the solution? Is it some crazy, extreme lifestyle makeover? Nope. Instead, the author gives us this incredibly simple, actionable system. He calls it the 10-minute daily armor. It's a little routine designed to give you back control in literally just 10 minutes a day.
All right, let's break it down. Step 1 is a 5 to 6 minute morning activation. And you do this before you touch your phone, before you think about work, before the day's chaos begins. First, you get 2 to 3 minutes of natural daylight. This tells your internal clock, hey, it's daytime. Then, a few rounds of a special kind of breathing, a double inhale followed by a long, slow exhale. This calms your whole nervous system down. And finally, 2 to 3 minutes of simple, dynamic movement, like arm circles or easy squats, just to wake the body up. Okay. Next up is step 2, the midday reset. This is just a quick 2-minute pause in the middle of your day, but it is so important. See, stress builds up quietly. This little break is designed to hit the reset button. All it takes is some simple breathing and a quick check on your posture. That's it. It stops that stress from piling up. And the final piece is step 3, the evening downgrade. The author makes this great point that most of us don't actually have a sleep problem. We have a shutdown problem. This 2 to 3 minute routine is that shutdown sequence. You dim the lights, you turn down the screens, you do 2 minutes of slow breathing with really long exhales, and maybe a few gentle stretches. You're basically sending a clear signal to your brain, okay, we're done, time for recovery mode.
Now, there is one simple rule that makes this whole thing stick, and it is brilliant. The rule is never skip twice. Look, the book is really clear about this. Life happens. You're gonna miss a day. That's fine. But missing 2 days in a row? That's how you break a new habit. The whole point here is that consistency, not perfection, is what gets you results.
Okay, so you might be thinking, a 10-minute routine? Sounds nice, but why does this work when so many other things fail? Well, that's what we're going to get into right now, why this system works.
Let's look at the difference here. The common approach, what most of us try, is all about hacks, trends, and extreme measures. It relies on these big, occasional bursts of effort that are fueled by motivation and willpower, which, let's be honest, never last. The Body Armour approach is the total opposite. It's all about sending simple, daily signals to your body. It's about building repeatable patterns that give you a real sense of control, not just relying on fleeting motivation.
And this is the absolute core idea: daily signals. Your body doesn't respond to one-off heroic efforts. It runs on patterns. The way you breathe, the way you move, the light you expose yourself to, every single day, these things are sending messages to your nervous system. They're telling it whether you are in control or if you're just constantly reacting to stress. This whole protocol is designed to put you back in the driver's seat.
So let's say you do this. You commit to the 10 minutes. What can you actually expect to happen? That brings us to our final section, your body, your armor. This is all about the incredible results you get from sending the right signals, day in and day out.
And the results really build on each other. Within just a few days, you can expect to feel calmer, think a little more clearly. Within a few weeks, your energy levels start to stabilize, your sleep gets better, and stress just feels more manageable. But the real magic is what happens over time. The author says this stops being something you do and it just becomes how you operate. It's automatic. It's just you.
And we're going to end on what I think is the single most empowering idea in this whole manual. You don't need a new body. You need to learn how to use the one you already have. So really, the only question this leaves us with is, what signals will you start sending your body tomorrow?